Here's the answers to the multiplying dividing decimal study guide. So right here I see 8 kilograms equals blank grams, so I need the fact that goes with that, which would be kilograms and grams. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. So over here, when I write kilograms on top and grams on the bottom, because that's what I have over here, the 8 goes on top. So what do we do to the 1 to make it 1,000 times 1,000? So 8 times 1,000 equals 8,000. 2,000 milliliters, I'm going to use this fact. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Over here, we're going to have liters on top and milliliters on the bottom. And this time I have 2,000 milliliters, so the 2,000 goes on the bottom. What did you have to do to this 1,000 to make it be 2,000 times 2? So I'm going to take this times 2. Oh, it just equals 2. Kilometers and meters. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. So over here I got kilometers on top and meters on the bottom. I've got 32 kilometers. What did I have to do this one to get it to be a 32? Times 32. So I'm going to take the 1,000 times 32, which is going to give me 32,000 meters. Same kind of problems. One meter equals 100 centimeters. Over here I got meters on top, centimeters on the bottom, and this time I got 400 centimeters. What did I do to the 100 to go this way to get it to be 400? Times 4. So 1 times 4 on top, 4 meters. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters again. Kilometers on top, meters on the bottom. This time I got 14,000 on the bottom. What did I do with the 1 to get it to be 14,000? Times 14. So 1 times 14 is just going to equal 14 kilometers. Last one, 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So I got centimeters on top, millimeters on the bottom. 300's going on the bottom. What did I have to do to 10 to get it to be 300? Not times 3, times 30. Don't get tricked. So 1 times 30 is 30. 30 centimeters. Frank's running in a 5 kilometer race. He just passed the 1,500 meter sign. How much farther does he have to run? The problem is I can't do any work on this because they're not in the same units. I got meters and kilometers. So I want to change 5 kilometers. So I know 1 kilometer is 1,000 kilometers, there's 1,000 meters. So we got 5 kilometers on top and meters on the bottom. 1 times what equals 5 times 5. So on the bottom times 5. Oh, that's 5,000 meters. Now my problem is, he's in a 5,000 meter race. He just passed the 1,500 sign. How much farther? Any of those ER words tell me to subtract. So I got 5,000 minus 1,500. Don't need to borrow, don't need to borrow. Now I do. 3,500 meters. Which one is a centimeter long? Well, a centimeter is about the same size as a skittle. So the only one that makes sense would be a ladybug. A meter is just a little bit over a yard. Shoe, pencil, door, bedroom, straw. And it says wide. That's probably about the width of your door. Which one weighs a gram? The M&Ms and Skittles are about a gram. So book, shoe, kid, the bug. And which one weighs 1 kilogram? 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, which is about a dictionary. So the one that weighs closest to a dictionary or a book is probably going to be the kitten. When I'm dividing by 10 and hundreds or multiplying by 10 and 100, we use Delmer, divide left, multiply right. So since I'm multiplying, I'm going to move my decimal to the right. And since it's by 10, I'm just moving it one spot. So my answer would be 123.4. Divide left, I'm moving 2 spots to the left. So my answer would be 4.5678. It makes sense when I divide, I get a way smaller number. Multiply right, 2 spots, 20. Whoop, almost wrote the wrong thing. 2,345. I don't have a decimal in this, except right there at the end if you need it. Let's move the division up. Alright. I'm not allowed to have decimals in my divisors. That's the number I'm dividing by. So what I can do is move this one decimal one spot over, and now I'm really making that 16. So in 4, there's not a decimal in there, but there really is a decimal right there. So I need to move it over one spot. And there's my new decimal. So I'm going to need to add a 0 in there. So what we really did was just multiply them both by 10. So 40 divided by 16 is the same as 4 divided by 1.6. So number of 16s in 40 goes 2 times. That would be 32. Subtract, I got an 8. We're not allowed to have remainders when we do decimals, but I can just add another 0 on after the decimal. 16s in 80 is going to be 5, and it comes out even, so there's my answer, 2.5. Let's try another one, same thing. I'm not allowed to have decimals over here, so I need to move it over one spot. So that really made that 25. Let's move this one spot. So this is really 7.5. 25's in 0 is 0. 25's in 7 is also 0. 25's in 75 is 3. So my answer is 0.3. Same thing again, I'm not allowed to have decimals in my divisor, so I'm going to move it over one spot. So this number is now 8. Move this one over one spot. This number is now 32. All I have is 32 divided by 8. That's just a 4. 0.91 divided by 7 is okay to do because I don't have any decimals in my divisor. So 7 goes into 0, 0 times. Bring down my 9. I could also put my decimal point up because it's always going to be straight line there. 1 7 in 9. I got a 2. Bring down my 1. 7's in 21 is 3. 0.13. There are no 6's in 5. Bring down my 4. 6's in 54 is 9. Nothing left. Don't forget, got to line this decimal up, so my answer would be 0.9. Let's get to the multiplying. It's the part that's a little bit different because when we multiply decimals, we're not really lining up decimal points. We're counting over how many total spots. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry my 1. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 1 is 46. One spot over to my decimal, so just one spot over, it's 46.5. And if you covered up the decimal part right here, you would still have 9 times 5, which means my answer should be a little over 45, and it is. 3 times 6, 18. 6, 7, 12. 1, 2 spots over, 1, 2 spots over, 12.78. Remember, if I just take the whole numbers, 4 times 3 is 12, so that's pretty close to where I'm at. 8 times 6 is 48. Put down my 8, carry my 4. 8 times 0 is 0 plus 4. If you want to go ahead and multiply by the 0, you can. I'll do Marco and Polo. 0 times 6, 0 times 0. Well, I said if you want to is because this whole bottom row still ends up just being zeros. Here's where it gets tricky for some people. I don't bring the decimal straight down. I went one spot there, plus one more spot, that's 2. So 1, 2, my answer is 0.48. 28, carry my 2, 12, 14. Marco Polo, 14, carry my 1, 6, 7. And I'm up, I got an 8, an 8, and an 8. 1, 2 spots over and all, 1, 2. My answer would be 8.88. Gasoline costs $1.98 per gallon. Frank puts 14 gallons in his car. How much did it cost? So we need to take $1.98 times 14. 32, 36, 39, 7, Marco Polo, 8, 9, 1. Add them up. There's 2, 17, 8, another 17. 2772, and I went 1, 2 spots over, 1, 2. $27.72, which seems reasonable. 6 people split the cost of pizza and drinks. Total bill was $46.32. And since we're splitting, and how much does each person pay? Both of those tell me I'm going to be dividing. We're dividing by 6. My decimal's good right now because there's only one in the dividend, not in the divisor. No 6's in 4. 6's in 46 would be 7. That's 42. Subtract, I got 4. bring down my 3. 6 is in 43 is also going to be 7. It's 42. I got 1. Bring down my 2. 6 is in 12 is 2, which is nice. Remember, for us, it's almost always going to come out even, so my answer would be $7.72. Pack of 8 cookies costs $1.20. How much would just one of them cost? Just one. Each one tells me I'm going to be dividing. Because if I multiplied, I'm going to get an answer bigger than $1.20, and you're not going to be paying that much for cookies. 8 does not go into 1. It does go into 12 one time. Got a 4, bring down my 0. 8 goes into 45 times. Nothing left over. Oh, each of the cookies costs 15 cents. That's not bad. Alright, we're buying apples by the pound. They cost $1.39 a pound, and we're buying 4.4 pounds. 36, carry my 3, 12.15, carry my 1, 5. Marco Polo. Should be all the same numbers again. 4 times 9, 36. 12.15, 4, 5. Add them up. I got a 6, 11, another 11, and a 6. Okay. Check out how many spots over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That makes my answer 6.116. The problem is when we're buying apples, it's dollars and cents, so we need to round this off to the nearest cent. So the 6 tells me I need to go up, so this is really going to round to $6.12. All right, we got 3 to go. Almost out of time. I'm going to have to hurry. Lisa paid for 2 bones and 4 mice with a $20 bill. What change should you get back? So we're going to take the 2 bones times 2. We're at $4.38. We're going to take the 4 mice times 375. There's 20, 30, 15. Add those 2 together. 15 and 438. I'm at $19.38. She paid with a 20, and I need change. So now I'm going to be subtracting. A lot of borrowing going on. And we're at just 62 cents. 2 to go. Paul bought 6 cars. Paid with a $50 gift card. So let's see, 36, 30, 33, 24, 27. 27.36. He paid with a $50 gift card. How much is still on his card? It's just like finding how much change you would get back. So I'm going to subtract. A lot of borrowing going on again. There's a 4 and a 6 and a 2 and a 2. $22.64. Seems reasonable. 1 more to go. And almost out of time. Grandma bought 3 puzzles and 4 fish. How much will she have to pay? 3 puzzles. That's over here. 21, 18, 20, 9, 11. So she paid $11.01 for that. 4 fish. 32, 36, 39, 8, 11, 11.92. And I just need to add those 2 together, 11.92 and 11.01. And Grandma paid $22.93. And there's the answers to the study guide. Hopefully you do good on the test tomorrow.